I find your lack of composting disturbing.
Oh, just kidding. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to do a short video on what we do with our composter and what I'm going to use it for when it comes to the garden, and what I'm going to use it for in the garden and composting in the future. So we have this bin because I like something that collects a little bit of heat, and we collect our compost in the kitchen, stuff that you normally would throw away, like you know, your peelings from your vegetables or stuff that starts to go bad in the kitchen. Something that we do stay away from though is meat and dairy. We don't put that in there. Even the eggshells take a while to break down. But you can see what we kind of do is you mix in the dry and the wet stuff that started to go bad. That's really the best way to be, is to have a combination of wet and dry. For a composter though, you want to be sure not to put stuff like onions and garlic and orange peels in. They just don't compost very well. So this is going to take a while to break down, but as it heats up this summer, which hopefully it will, it's going to be 24 degrees Friday morning, that'll start to get a little better. But I like this one because you can lock it and everything kind of stays in there. Now, a lot of what I've seen and read is that for compost you want it to be sort of like a black cake mix kind of material when it's done. Let's see here. I've got an example here. It's kind of like what you'd go and buy. Yeah, right here. Like what you'd go buy at the store or at a garden center. You want it to be kind of like that. So it'll break down. And then I'm going to sprinkle that over the garden as it warms up. I'm going to do another video today on making sure that frost doesn't kill your stuff. And I'll do that a little bit later. But as it goes, you know, I'll start to sprinkle it like I have here over these plants. These are eggplants. I'll probably have to thin them out a little bit. But as you can see, the garden is actually starting to pop up a little bit. The sunflowers for sure. I'll sprinkle some of the compost over them. But that's what you want to do. You want to stay away from things that are gonna, you know, once you have the soil ready to go, you want to stay away from things that are going to chase away the earthworms, and that's what the onions and the garlic are going to do. For some reason, they do not like it. And it is a nice sunny day right now, so I'll show you what's going on inside the garden. The greenhouse, the lettuce, the pak choi, everything is starting to really perk up. The pond plants are happy. I'm going to keep them in here until this cold snap is over. It's really strange in May for it to be going down to 24 degrees. But it is, and that'll be a hard frost, and it'll probably kill all this. You can see if you get up real close. Now, we composted in here already. We had some stuff before, and I purchased some stuff. And a lot of this is just mixed in regular topsoil with the compost. I've heard a couple people say that if you take the leaves for your dry product in the fall, take the leaves from your yard, it's a good start because you already know that those trees like living there. So here's some of my spinach. You can see everything is taken off. These are about ready, quite honestly, for a salad. But I'm letting them get a little bit bigger. So it's about time to transplant the potatoes. I was going to do that into a bin. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But yeah, this cold snap is going to change all that. So again, with composting, stay away from onions and garlic. Mix your wet with your dry. Have a bin in the kitchen, preferably a sealed one, that you can collect all that stuff. I've heard some people say that 30-40% of what goes into landfills is wet product that you could have used for your for your composting. So I'm by no means a professional, but as you can see, it's going really easy. Gardening is not hard. So let me know if you have any questions.